thank you letter. And I don't know about any of you, but I learned this concept by listening to my father. I always heard him say, man, I should write a letter about that. I should write a letter to that guy. I should write another letter to that guy. Usually it was because he wanted to give them a piece of his mind. However, what I want to do today is talk a little more positively about writing that thing you're going to need. Number one, you're going to need a pen because you're going to handwrite the letter. We want to handwrite it on actual stationery. Make sure you get into the mailbox and you pulled out a handwritten letter that somebody had written to you by hand. They didn't typewrite it. They didn't type it out and then print 500 copies and send it to everybody, but they literally hand wrote you a letter. I think it's important because of the way it makes people feel when they receive it, right? So let's talk about step number one. We've got to adopt an attitude of gratitude. What do I mean by that? It's just simply an attitude of gratitude, thanking people for who they are, what they've done, those people that have really had a big impact on your life, right? Step number two is, who would you like to write the letter to? Now, we've all had coaches that have made a difference, mentors have made a difference. Maybe it's your pastor or just somebody from your past that really taught you something that transformed your life. I want to say thank you in a certain kind of way, right? Shoot, I've written letters to police officers that have pulled me over, whether they gave me a ticket or not. If I thought they did a professional job, if I thought they did their job well, I sent them a thank you letter. Is that crazy? No, I'm not telling you have to. Let's tell them that we appreciate the professionalism, because if we want more of a certain type of an attitude, then we've got to praise that attitude, right? It's no different than in the workplace. If we want more of something, then we praise that activity and we get more of it. The more we focus on it, the more we get, right? So we want to just make sure that we keep it as positive as possible as we move forward. And one great way to do that is to handwrite letters, right? So we want to write, step three is to write the attitude of gratitude letter. Just sit down and write it out. Depending on how fast you write, what the thoughts are and how fast they flow from your heart, it could take you anywhere from 10 minutes to 30 minutes, right? But schedule it down on a calendar. Just put it on the calendar and then do the thing while it's there in front of you, right? Now, for those of you who don't know me, my name is David Adams with David Adams Speaks and People Steward Leadership. The whole concept behind People Steward Leadership is that we want to inspire leaders to embrace people stewardship so that they can then inspire their teams to take personal responsibility for their own growth and development, right? It's treating people like family, because as we treat our people the way we want them to be treated, right? We treat them well the way we would like to be treated. They then turn around and take care of our customers the way we want our customers to be taken care of. If you want your employees to act out against your customers, go ahead and act out against your employees. Promise you, that's exactly what you're going to get. You're going to get more of what you give out, right? So we want to send more positivity out. We get more positivity on the backside. By the way, if you like this content, like it. All right, step 4. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to mail the letter. We have to mail the letter. I'm ashamed of myself because I came across a letter when I was cleaning some stuff up that I had written to my father before he passed away, and I never did send it, right? Don't get me wrong. I don't have any regrets because we communicated all the time through letter, through phone calls and so forth and visits. However, I was still a little embarrassed that I didn't send it after I wrote it. Crazy, right? I know, but we get busy. So the idea here is you write it and then you put it in a place where you're going to remember to put it in the mailbox, right? Put the stamp on it and just put it where you can see it so that you put it out in the box. And then step 5, repeat the process, right? Repeat the process. All right. Step 1, adopt an attitude. Step 4, mail the letter. And step 5, repeat the process. I promise you, as we do this and you get that attitude of gratitude out there with no expectation of anything in return, with no expectation that they are going to reciprocate and send something back, send a thank you letter back or acknowledgement. No, that's not why we're doing it. We're doing it to give gratitude, to give thanks. That is it. So thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again tomorrow.